All right, hello all.
Hey.
Hello, friends.
And my audio even works, yay!
My God.
That's great.
So we've had some technical difficulties today, so, yep. Which is, it's the first time we've been all together in a while, so it was just bound to happen, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Eventually.
So, we are back on Phoenix Wright. Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations, Episode 5, Bridge to the Turnabout. It looks like on our second day of trial, I think. Hopefully we were not stupid and stopped this in the middle of a trial, but I don't trust us. Don't know about you guys, but, it's been a long time since we played this, so let's sort of go back, over our recap. It's really weird. So, for context, guys, what has been happening is usually we use Skype, and tonight we're using Discord because of some issues with it. But it's really weird to not be able to hear like the background noise for you guys.
Yeah.
Like I keep sitting there going, "Are they there? Hello."
Oh, so you mean you couldn't hear my dog barking just now? Wow.
I actually could not. So.
Incredible.
Oh yeah.
So maybe we'll stick to Discord. Although I'll point out that now you'll just look crazy when you start yelling at them because we can't hear them.
I feel like I already do.
All right, so let's jump into our recap. The earthquake triggered Edgeworth's DL6 trauma, causing him to let Iris flee to the Sacred Cavern, where there are now 5 locks. Forgot about that. We left with one problem. Now we have 99. Yeah. While Francisca is trying every combination, we found out that Larry adopted Pearl into the Crybaby Club because she failed to channel someone. Bikini revealed that Iris and her twin sister are Morgan Faye's daughters. We used a metal detector to find all the stuff Gumshoe dropped, plus the sword concealed in Misty's cane, which is now a candidate for the real murder weapon. We discussed with Edgeworth to confirm that Dahlia Hawthorne is Iris's dead evil twin, who she says can do no wrong. Oh, that's right, because Iris says that she betrayed Dahlia in some way. So, Morgan Faye devised a plan to have Pearl channel Dahlia, but she couldn't because she can't read, and someone else might be channeling her right now, so she just splashed gravy on Misty's scroll while whoever channeled Dahlia was running around looking like Iris. Also, someone else probably knew about Morgan's plan ahead of time, since the letter was open when Pearl got it. We still need to figure out what happened at the garden where Maya's name was written in blood, how Larry saw Iris flying, who channeled Dahlia, what's the deal with Misty's cane sword, and why Godot was missing. Phoenix still doesn't realize that Godot was Maya's boyfriend, whose coffee Dahlia poisoned with the contents of the necklace he ate. So yeah, we are nowhere close to the end of this.
That was crazy.
Our Francisca whip count is 99. She almost hit triple digits before Godot got a single sip of coffee. And please, no worries about, missing part of Sunday's stream. Happy birthday to your mom. I think that we'd said that we were going to come back on Tuesday and then did a surprise stream.
We're like, oh, what up?
Yeah, it happens sometimes. So, shall we jump into it?
Yeah.
Alright, let's do this.
I don't remember anybody I'm fucking playing, so...
It's okay, we'll figure it out as we go.
We're doing real good today.
February 10th, 9:39 a.m. District Court Defendant Lovey number 1.
Good morning! Oh? Are you by yourself?
Always. Morning, Pearls.
Mr. Nick, please tell me, what's going to happen to Mystic Maya?
Have we found
sorry.
Maya?
We don't
no.
know yet.
Because we think
Okay.
she's in the Sacred Cavern, remember?
That's right, okay, so we
Nobody
found-
told us anything.
Well, it's got
We found
those 5
Pearl.
locks. Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Of course.
I'm sorry, we don't know yet. The investigation is still going, so I wasn't allowed into the inner temple.
Oh, I see. So, is Sister Iris still trying to remove those trick locks in the training hall?
No. She's the defendant in this case, so she can't be at the inner temple. She's required to be here in court.
Then how come she's not here in the defendant's lobby?
I have to admit, that's kind of strange.
Who do we think
I'll
this
take it.
is?
I'll
If you're
take it for now.
looking for Iris, she's in the prosecutor's lobby.
Just think.
I'm pretty sure.
Woo!
Maybe.
Yeah,
I know,
you're
I
right.
was right. That sounded pretty pretentious, so I kind of thought it's gonna be May. Edgeworth. What's Iris doing over there? She's going over today's testimony with the prosecutor as we speak.
We have like 3 prosecutors in this case and 1 defense attorney, and really, we just have a shit show on our hands. So
Yeah. Nobody knows what the fuck is going on. Anyway.
I love how you just tried to censor yourself, and I have dropped so many fucks on stream.
I tried.
This
I think
is
I'm
not
still,
a
like...
child-friendly stream.
We
No,
ever
for
gave
real,
you that
though.
illusion. I'm wrong. I'm sorry.
I think I'm still in work mode where I'm like, censor yourself. You cannot, not in front of them. Anyway, in today's testimony, you heard me. Did I stutter? Iris is going to be testifying as a witness for the prosecution. Wait, what? Prosecutor is squeezing her for a confession, or so I heard. Franziska von Karma, what are you up to? And please not a second whip. I know what you're thinking, but Franziska isn't going to be the prosecutor today. Ooh, isn't that a plot twist? What? Then who is? Who else would it be but Godot?
We haven't finished his plot line, so
Godot?
Even this is the
Franziska.
problem with having 2 of the 3 prosecutors on our side, is that they're not used to being on our side.
Right. This
They
is
want
kind
us
of
to
weird.
get wrecked.
Right, this is kind of weird. It's like, oh man, I love watching you squirm, but at the same time, damn it, can't have. This is why we can't have nice things, right? It's
What
all
do you
your
mean
fault.
your success is my success?
Anyway, Franziska is engaged in some important work at the Sacred Cavern.
The Sacred Cavern? You don't mean that she's...
Exactly. She has been out there all night trying to remove those trick locks.
see, Franziska cares. I'll fight anyone who says she doesn't.
Right. With the head nun's assistance, naturally. We estimate that the last of the locks should be taken care of in about 3 hours. I hope everything continues to go smoothly and we receive some good news soon. Yeah, thanks, Edgeworth. Prosecutor Godot intends to nail this case shut today. Be prepared to fight like there's no tomorrow, because there won't be. You don't have to tell me that. Now I'm scared.
You don't, but I will.
Now I'm scared. Touché. I can already see it in your eyes. Your beautiful, beautiful eyes. I'm not looking. Shut up. You're not the same fever-ridden, frantic maniac you were yesterday.
I'd like to point out, like, I know that we were just laughing over, you know, like that being a possible, like, ultimate line, but also the way that he says this line makes it look like we just looked like a shaking chihuahua the day before.
Yeah.
It's fine.
This is so great. It's strange. On the way here, I decided that today would be the end of all this. Almost immediately after I made that decision, I felt myself getting stronger.
It's protagonist power. It's fine.
I think I touched a Chaos Emerald. Interesting. I'll just leave you with that. Maybe you've passed your cold on to someone else. Literally. And with that, I leave the rest to your capable hands. Partner. Thanks? Wait, why did you hesitate on the last
Go wash
line?
your mouth
Wait,
out with soap,
come
Edgeworth.
back! Edgeworth, come back!
How could you?
I need to know!
Sir, you are ruining
Fine.
this homoerotic friends to or enemies to lovers shit we have going on here.
Right, it's like, please come back and finish your sentence, damn it! Coward! I'll text you after, babe. I still don't have any answers for most of the riddles plaguing this case. The circumstances around the murder of Miss Elise Donim. No, I mean Miss Misty Faye.
I forgot about that. Sorry.
Yeah.
Good times, right? What a great revelation. The impossible flight Larry claims to have seen. And that angry, pupilless woman. and what that woman is really after. That still terrifies me. I will solve them all and bring this whole tragedy to an end. Or my name is not Phoenix Wright. Because it's not. It's actually Nick.
Like, I want to point out, there are a lot of dysfunctional families out there, especially in fiction, but Maya's family kind of takes the award for me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I haven't seen anything this messed up.
Her mom disappears for like 18 years, shows up, and immediately gets murdered.
That's nice.
Her aunt tries to kill her. Or
oh, yeah.
Her aunt kills a dude to try to frame her for murder so that then she will die.
Yep.
Her sister gets murdered almost right in front of her.
Yeah. How is she not going through it?
I mean,
she seems so happy all the time, but like, damn, if all this happened to me, I'd be like, well, damn.
Girl needs some therapy.
You do. February 10th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 7.
Okay, I think we have to shuffle rolls back. So Godot's back, which means I'll take the judge. I think that makes sense. Okay. Gotta get back into my old man.
Old man.
Court is now in session for the trial of Iris of Hazukura Temple. Apparently she doesn't have a last name.
Iris last name.
Yes.
Your Honor? What are you?
Who? Me? Well, my little brother came to visit me in my chambers earlier this morning. All of a sudden, in the blink of an eye, he developed a scorching fever and fainted. Therefore, I'll be standing in for him. Does this mean the judge is Canadian? Should I have been saying a boot the entire time?
Well, they're brothers, so I guess he's Canadian too. Okay, well, we learn something new every day.
This is so disappointing. I could have been saying a boot. That's literally the only thing I can think of in, like, Canadian English dialect.
Well, now you can. It's your redemption arc. I see, Your Honor. So they're brothers. That explains a lot.
My poor brother. He looked a bit pale, not to mention sad that he couldn't be here. Oh, I don't... Are we resetting the coffee thing? How many cups of coffee have we had?
Yeah, what cup of coffee are we... Well, since this is considered a new case, right? Right?
I am trying to remember what even day of trial we're in.
Let's see.
I don't know. I'm sure chat will figure it out.
Yeah, chat.
While you're figuring that out, it's impossible to predict what the future has in store for any of us. Yeah, Godot, Coffee Counter 1, chat has spoken.
Cool.
Okay, so we're
this
starting.
is precisely why people feel the need to judge the past. And we of the court have been charged with the solemn duty of passing such judgment.
Well said, Mr. Godot, but it is too fucking early for this shit. I understood exactly what you said, at least up until the end anyway. Now then, Mr. Godot, please proceed with your opening statement.
Humans are fragile, fickle beings. Our hearts change with the shifting of the tides. She's guilty and she needs to hang for her crimes. No,
She's a witch.
Burn the
Burn
witch!
the witch! Oh. There's only one thing that remains constant in this crazy world.
Coffee.
Yeah, coffee.
Coffee.
I was 100%
Oh my
joking.
But he went there. He really went there.
Oh my god. I was about to say it, or like how my old boss would say it, coffee.
Coffee.
Was he from like New York or something? Boston?
What?
Yeah, Pennsylvania.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, PA.
Anyway, I just every time I'm like, oh, you want to go get some coffee? Thinking about it in my head. It just makes me smile. Anyway, I miss that lady so much. She's so great. The bitter darkness that lies at the bottom of this mud.
Oh.
So then you mean, forget it. What do you mean?
During yesterday's trial, the accused refused to admit her role in the crime. But today, she has had a change of heart. Sister Iris of Hasakura Temple has a confession to make.
Confession? The defendant?
Oh. Shit. Iris. Why didn't she discuss this with me first?
You don't need to tell your lawyer this shit, right?
Yeah, no.
I'm your lawyer.
Very well. This court will now hear the defendant's confession.
Please be good, please be good, please be good, please be good.
I believe I was also Iris.
Yep.
Upon meeting a beautiful lady, always ask her name and profession. One of my rules.
It's also, your job.
Oh yeah, rules, job, same thing.
My name is Iris. I am but a simple nun undergoing training at Hasakura Temple.
Witness? Is there something that you want to confess to?
Yes, but first, I want to apologize to Mr. Wright. I can't continue lying anymore, or lying to everyone anymore.
It's all right. What is it? Am I gonna like it? Oh.
Mr. Wright, I have to admit that I did play a part in this terrible incident.
Are you actually confessing?
We thought Godot was full of shit.
I mean, he is, but are you saying that you were the one who murdered Miss Elise Donim?
No, I'm not, Your Honor. But I dealt with the cover-up after the murder took place. After her spirit left, I took the lifeless shell of Mystic Elise and I carried it to Hasakura Temple, the Hasakura Temple courtyard. I realized that I didn't get those 3 words out correctly after, and it wasn't going to happen, so I had to just completely start over. Where I desecrated it.
Ouch.
What? Order in the court. Order. Witness.
What?
Are you saying you were an accomplice to the murder?
Yes. That's correct.
What? 3 minutes in court, and I'm already covered in cold sweat.
Again, this sort of feels like something you would want to discuss with your lawyer before doing. Also, Godot cup number 2.
Number 2.
Everyone on the planet is an accomplice to something.
There is no ethical consumption under capitalism. I almost just said Catholicism. That was not it.
That would have been funnier.
I feel like there's an argument to be made there.
Yes,
but we
but
don't need to get into
I
it
don't
now.
need to offend a very large group of people on this stream.
I mean, technically I grew up, so, but I just laugh so. Anyway. Anyway.
My brain comes up with the weirdest shit sometimes.
I'm so proud of you. Anyway.
It just happens to be that in this case, it is to murder. Murder.
Snip, snip.
Sorry. Isn't that right, Mr. Trite?
That Godot. That's even his real name. So this is the confession they were conferring about. Pains me to say this, but it looks like Iris's testimony was all a lie. Iris's testimony crumpled up and shoved into a pocket.
Now then, little lady, if you don't mind, I've got a question for you. Whose crime were you trying to cover up by your actions? Uh-oh.
Iris was covering for someone? God. No, now I'm definitely up the creek without a paddle or a life jacket.
I've been at Hasakura Temple ever since I was a little girl. Hasakura Temple is run by one of the branch families of the Korean tradition. One of our missions is to protect the main family.
I swear to God, bitch, if you sit there and tell me that you were protecting Maya Fey, I will murder you on the stand.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, but main family?
Yes, and that's why I would... Yes, and that's why I would dirty myself if need be to protect her. Okay.
You read something else?
Well, I read it, and I was like, what? And then I read it out loud, and I was like, oh, okay, that makes a little bit more sense. Sorry.
Godot the guilty Catholic. Said chat.
Yeah, the Catholic guilt vibes apparently are pretty strong today. The daughter of the master of the Korean channeling technique, Mystic Maya Fey.
Okay, so, do we still have the killer's number? Just asking for a friend.
We should get the killer's number. Huh?
I swear to fucking God. She's not even here. She is possibly dying right now.
Yeah, guys, what the what the fuck? Anyway.
Wake up and smell the coffee, Trite.
Godot,
Trust
what the
me,
fuck?
I
Shouldn't-
could smell it. I can smell coffee every time you walk into the room.
Yeah, really.
Maya!
Order in the court. How the fuck does Godot not have a problem with this? Like, if all of this is for Mia,
Right.
should he not have a problem with Mia's little sister being indicted for murder?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, not only did you witness the murder, you know the name of the murderer?
I'm terribly sorry, but it's true. I saw her commit the crime with my very own eyes. Uh-oh. Sorry, I'm a little slow on the uptake today. I think I know where this is going. And then I cleaned up the area to try and protect her.
Shelly the killer's walkie-talkie broke. That's ridiculous!
The defense will refrain from commenting not commentating. The defense will refrain from commenting until the appropriate time. Sit the fuck down, bitch. Now, witness,
No.
let's hear your testimony. What exactly happened on the night of the crime?
Yes, Your Honor.
I thought I was prepared for the unexpected, but I never imagined the case would wind up going in this direction.
Maya
Now
has
the
been on...
turntables.
I know. Maya has been accused of murder so many times. At what
Right.
point does she just get a get out of jail free card? So
Right.
she can actually
Damn.
commit a murder?
Yeah.
Okay, the real murderer.
I went to the inner temple that night and I saw it all happen in the garden. I saw Mystic Elise strike Mystic Maya with her staff. What a rude mom. While Mystic Maya was still stumbling, Mystic Elise moved in to deliver a fatal strike. Mystic Maya tried desperately to defend herself and stole the weapon. It was only in self-defense. You can't blame her for it.
So
It was truly self-defense.
it was in self-defense?
Yes, Mystic Elise was the one who attacked first.
I want to know, like, if all of this happened, how the fuck did Maya end up in the Sacred Cavern?
Yeah, what the hell?
You'd think they'd put the dead body in the Sacred Cavern.
Even in the Professor Layton crossover, Maya's still put on trial. Are you serious?
Yeah, she is.
Why?
And if I remember
I know.
correctly, she actually gets proclaimed guilty in that one. Because that was, like, I'm only spoiling it because I don't ever anticipate they're going to bring it to any console I can stream. But yeah, like,
Right.
that's a horrific moment. I was very traumatized after that case.
Yikes. Wow, Maya can't catch no break.
She really can't. Like, and also in future ones, so she comes back eventually in another case, and she once again gets accused of murder.
Homegirl needs to stop hanging around us. Like, we are bad influence, apparently.
That's why I tried my best to protect Mystic Maya. You moved the victim's body to the temple so that Maya wouldn't be suspected. Isn't that right? Not bad. You've got instincts of a true criminal.
He's a smooth criminal, okay? There's a difference. Something's not quite right. I'm sure it was established yesterday that Iris never went to the inner temple that night. That the person who did go was that woman.
Nick, you fucking dumbass. Anything that we established yesterday isn't going to work today.
Iris even admitted it.
Now then, Mr. Wright. You can talk now, you dumb bitch. Please proceed with your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so really quick, let's take a look at our evidence, because it's been a bit.
Been a while.
It's been a hot minute. Okay, we have our attorney's badge. We have the Magatama that isn't gonna do us shit here. We have the Occult New Year's edition.
That's weird.
We have the map. We have the hanging scroll that is covered in gravy because Pearly can't read. We have a photo of Mystic Elise.
The book of something.
Well,
didn't
she,
read,
let's
but-
see, the magic bottle. If I remember correctly, that's the name of her book.
She
'Cause
wrote-
yeah, she's a children's author, because that's why Pearl knows her. We have Iris's hood that we received before Lights Out, and supposedly protected us from evil spirits. I think all it did was get us shoved in a river, but, you know, whatever. We have the weather data
Details.
that shows that the lightning struck Dusky Bridge at 10:45, and it was snowing out. We have the Shichiro, which was clearly not the murder weapon, and really anyone could have guessed that if they had any knowledge of forensics. Since
People here don't do their job.
yeah, I don't know what the fuck the police were looking at, but we have the victim's staff, which has the sword inside, and only us and Detective Gumshoe know that.
Oh, yeah.
We have Mystic Elise's autopsy report. She died from loss of blood from a stab in the back, and the body fell 10 feet after her death. We have the photo of the tracks from the thingy.
The snowmobile.
There you go, snowmobile. I couldn't remember the word.
The thingy, yeah.
The thingy. We have the crime scene photo. That's where she ended up. We have Larry's sketch of supposedly Iris flying over the bridge. We have the crystal sphere, which came from the victim's staff. We have the talisman that proves Elise is Misty Faye. And we have the burnt letter that Pearl Lee got. You must channel her spirit, leave everything up to her. Her name is blah, blah, blah. Here's a picture of her. Use it when you channel her. I know you can do it. Gravely roast the master in the fires of Hades and bring our vengeance to fruition. Okay, so let's start pressing.
I went to the inner temple that night, and I saw it all happen in the garden.
Sister Iris, your testimony has changed quite a bit since yesterday. That's kinda sus. Also, you didn't talk to me, so I'm mad. You stated yesterday that on the night of the murder, you didn't go to the inner temple.
Objection!
Did she now? Too bad for you. What she said yesterday doesn't mean much today. I said that.
You have the same brain cell that's vibing with Godot.
God, I don't know if I am offended by that or...
No, but he's one of the smartest characters in the
He
game.
really is. Which isn't saying much because there's a lot of really stupid characters in this game.
At least it's not Larry or someone.
Oh god, if I fucking ever vibe with Larry, like, please just
I think I
end
will
the
die.
stream. I just need to go to bed at that point. By the way, where were you when she claimed that she didn't... Where were you when she claimed she didn't go?
It was the Inner Temple's training hall.
I'm not
Yeah.
the one being questioned here, sir. A private conversation between the two of you does not constitute a testimony.
Oh, but Larry's fucking third-year
Yeah.
drawing of Iris flying over the bridge counts as evidence? Like...
Well, like, okay, I would assume,
hypocrisy.
obviously, I'm trying to, this is like my constant flaw with these streams, is I'm trying to apply real world logic and also some Law and Order logic, so, like, I don't know if this is real, but, like, fucking, his word would mean more because he's a lawyer.
Yeah.
If he said, like, if he said, hey, we were together at this time, that's gonna have more weight than some, like, random person, like, if, like, Sister Bikini said that.
Yeah.
So, like, if he says they were together, then it definitely should have more weight than the goddamn crayon drawing. Oh, anyway.
pretty crayon drawing.
I'm gonna step back down from my soapbox. That would be properly described as hearsay.
What do you have to say, witness?
A lot of words.
I just couldn't tell him the truth at the time. Mystic Maya, she's your girlfriend, isn't she? Don't let me or Pearly hear that. She'll freak out. I didn't want to be the one to break it to you that I saw her commit a murder.
There. We all understand how difficult this is for you. Now then, let's continue with the testimony. What did you witness in the temple garden?
Nice.
Your delivery, that was very funny.
Thank you.
That was so great. It's like, Oh, that's sad. Anyway,
Anyway, please, can we please move on?
let me do my job, bitch.
Mr. Wright's love
Well-
life is somehow the least interesting part of this trial.
And will continue to be the least interesting part of everything. Well, Your Honor. I saw Mystic Elise strike Mystic Maya with her staff.
You're saying that the victim attacked Maya, I mean, Miss Faye. Even though they're both Miss Faye, but...
Is that a court record yet? Or
No,
do we
not
just
yet.
know it?
Well, let's see if... Okay, so
my
we haven't...
heart is telling me that we just know, but that could not
Yeah,
be true.
we just know, it looks like.
Okay.
And now Sister Bikini does, because we told her.
Oh.
Okay.
So, it's a secret between us and a head nun.
Nice.
Yes, it was truly a truly frightening scene. Oh, I just had a galaxy brain thought. I'll
Ooh.
save it for later. Mystic Maya
Hmm.
was struck hard on the head and looked like she was going to collapse.
What were you doing at that time? Why didn't you try to stop it?
Okay.
Why didn't you... I'm vibing now. Why didn't you stop them from fighting?
Because it was fun to watch them fight. I'm
Cat fight, cat
terribly
fight.
sorry.
I was being an
I
instigator. Fight. No.
was filming them for views.
For you too.
Terribly sorry, Mr. Right.
Look, TikTok ate this shit up.
Got a million hits.
I wanted to go viral.
This is so fucked. We're joking about a murder at this point.
Oh no.
Murder of a fake lady is my
Love the
justification
murder of a fake
for why it's okay. I was frightened. I couldn't move. It's only
What?
funny because she's not real.
Oh my god. Catfight between mother and daughter.
Hashtag family reunions. Sorry.
Oh man.
I need to rein it in. I couldn't even speak. I was in such shock.
That's perfectly understandable, my dear.
In theory, Phoenix could offer to testify under oath, but someone would have to be the defense attorney.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're out
This
of
sounds-
options there.
Yeah, this doesn't sound right unless we bring back the Bay, but I don't know, man. I don't believe this testimony for a minute.
What happened after that?
For 2 minutes. Sorry.
We're savage today. We savage.
Listen, if the dad joke presents itself, I can't always just let it slide by. While Mystic Maya was still stumbling, Mystic Elise moved in to deliver a fatal strike.
So what exactly is the justification that Mystic Elise, or like Misty Faye, is trying to kill her daughter?
Yeah,
Right?
I don't see a motive there. She moved in to deliver a fatal strike,
I know,
or just
didn't
a bonk on the head, because she went to horny jail or something. I don't know.
how would I mean, like, how does she know it would have been fatal?
True.
Tell me that, Batman.
True. You don't have proof that it was fatal. It could have just been a light bunk. A light bunk.
Yes, I'm sure of it. There's a trend on TikTok for a while, where like people like forgot there's this filter called the bonk filter,
Oh my.
and people would be like telling the story, like really like upsetting stories, or like they'd be really like passionate about what they're talking about, and then the bonk filter would turn on and they just get hit by this like AI like mallet, and this is all I'm thinking about now.
Oh man,
you
I
need
don't know
an
if I want to look
example
that up after stream or not.
if you need an example of what I'm talking about, one of the few watch TikToks with me that Jenna Marbles posted a couple years ago it's in there.
Okay.
Anyway, she threw down her staff and reached into her robe for a weapon. She reached down into her robe.
Wait a minute.
Um,
What was this weapon?
just some kind of dagger.
A dagger, huh? And Elise Stoneham tried to stab her with this weapon
And she did have a sword
to
in her
kill
cane.
Miss Faye.
Yes, exactly.
Could call it a fatality.
And that is stream for tonight. Thanks, guys.
No! I'm so sorry. I'm so Please don't. I'm sorry. Anyway, I'm pretty sure I'm not the only human being who ever made that joke. It's too easy. It's too easy not to make. Anyway.
You look like I did after I mistakenly took a swig of Ew!
Ew!
Sauce.
Worcestershire sauce. I could never say that.
Imagine drinking straight Worcestershire, whatever the fuck sauce.
I would cry.
The wrong kind of spicy. Do you have a problem with the testimony we're hearing from your client, lawyer boy?
I'm sorry,
boy?
that's the same vibe as wouldn't you like to know, weather boy?
Yeah.
Would you like to know, weather boy? Yes, lawyer boy. I have a lot of problems.
All right, do we have a problem with Iris's testimony?
Ain't one.
Yeah. Sure.
All right, there is one
I
thing.
don't know what. Don't know exactly what, but yes. You know, in the context of the game.
Yeah. Your Honor, I have a small problem with the witnesses. Well, I have a lot of problems with the witness testimony.
You do? But this witness is your own client. She's gone fucking rogue. She is not my client anymore.
Yeah, I don't know her. I don't know her anymore. But so, well, yeah, nevertheless.
I mean, she's accusing the ride or die at this point. Like, she's dead to me now.
Yeah, so, whatevsies.
My bestie thrown in jail.
She picked her lane, so I'm picking mine.
And mine is violence.
Yeah.
That's fine. Witness, let's add your last statement to the testimony. Yes, sir.
Hey! Just a moment. It's my job to say that.
Listen, Gramps. I won't say it again. Final judgment will be rendered by me. That's not how this
What?
works.
Sir?
Yeah, buddy, do you know what your job is?
I think he's confused. Okay, now let's
become
continue.
a judge, Godot, if you feel like judging people so much.
I mean, I'd like to point out, he started out as a defense attorney, and we know that because we've met Diego Armando at this point. Are we sure that he knows he's on the wrong side of the courtroom? Does he just think he's the defense at this point?
Probably. Probably.
She threw her staff away. I'm reading the chat, sorry. She threw her staff away and pulled a dagger from inside her robe.
You accuse Maya of homicide, Phoenix will throw hands, even if you're the defendant. True. She's my ride or die.
Exactly.
She threw her staff away?
Like, look, I'd like to point out, Maya got tased for us in the first
Right.
game. Like,
Oh yeah.
ride or die.
Yes. Mystic Elise was trying to kill Mystic Maya. I think you're telling me the truth. I think that's why she wanted a more lethal weapon.
Okay, but what if they were trying to cut each other's hair in the garden? Duh. As some mother-daughter bonding time.
It's
Duh.
true. It's not easy to inflict a deadly blow with a staff. Do not ask me why I know that.
Sister Iris, let me make sure I've got this straight.
Don't ask me where my brother is at the moment.
Oh. Okay. That escalated. The victim herself chose to throw away her staff.
Yes, that's what I saw.
Is there anything odd about that, Mr. Wright?
Yeah, it's odd alright.
Oh, it didn't work. Mystic Elise attacked Mystic Maya with the dagger. I'm sure of this.
Alright, we're gonna color on it.
Yeah.
Because why would she need to pull a dagger from her robe when she has a fucking sword in her cane?
Sister Iris, there's something strange about your version of events.
Huh?
Miss Donim's throwing her staff away makes no sense at all to me.
But all you can do with the staff is hit someone.
Obviously, you do not have any creativity.
Naturally, you wouldn't know this, Sister Iris, but the victim's staff had a special feature about it. As you can see, it's a sword. Bam!
Did we ever
If
find
a-
out why it's a sword?
No.
Like, did
we
she just go,
never
you know
did."
what? Like, this would be cool ass shit.
Right.
And made her
don't know
Yourself
why
in that
it's a
class at this arthritis.
If Elise Donim really had wanted to kill Maya Fey, she wouldn't have needed to use a separate dagger when there's a sword right there. Not when she already had a beautiful blade in her hands already.
Do you think she had a travel staff for when she has to go on airplanes?
Oh god, how did that get through the airport? Let's be
Is
honest.
TSA just not doing their job?
Shit. Now I have more questions. Well, Sister Iris, what do you have to say,
Objection!
Oh no, another cup.
Cup 3, I think.
Three cups.
I haven't been paying attention at all to that part. That's what an impressive bit. That was an impressive bit of investigating, right? Also, sorry for my yawn yell. I never would have thought there was a sword hidden in that staff. But even so, how should I put this? It is 3. A long sword is unwieldy and thus quite ineffective in close quarters combat.
How do you know this?
Yeah, that's kind of sus.
Do you fence on the weekends for fun?
Probably does. He's probably a fencer.
I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. Maybe that's why she chose a dagger over her blade.
Well,
Anyway, the type of weapon she chose isn't what's important. I think so. I would like to argue semantics for a little bit longer. The important thing is that she tried to kill Maya Fey. But why? As long as there's nothing strange about that, there's no problem with her testimony.
Well, actually, there's something real strange about that.
Aha.
But there is something strange about this whole testimony. A lot of things.
Well, Mr. Wright, the prosecution has a point. For once.
Very well, Your Honor. The defense will now present evidence to back its argument. Let me do my job, since there are lots of people in this universe who don't do their jobs.
Mr. Wright.
I have another piece of evidence shows that this testimony can't be trusted. Because Miss Elise Donim would never attempt to take the life of Maya Fey, because it's her mom.
That's her mommy.
Elise Donim would never have attacked Maya Fey.
How can you be so sure?
Because the victim's real name was not Elise Donim.
Who could have guessed?
Her real name was Misty Fey.
Hey.
Ah! No! No, not Misty Fey.
Say that 5 times fast.
Mystic Fey, Mystic Fey.
Who is this Misty Fey? Is she related to... Which Fey are we on now?
I lost count of all my Fays. Misty Fey is the master of the Korean channeling technique. She is also the mother of Maya Fey.
Are you serious?
Hell yeah!
Like the plague. Is it really true, Mr. Wright? Was Elise Donim actually the great mystic Misty?
Mm-hmm. There's no doubt about it. Looks like Iris had no idea. That's kind of weird.
I can hardly believe it.
Well, believe it. The idea that she would try to kill her only daughter, one she hadn't seen in 17 years. Perhaps the prosecution can offer some explanation for why she would do such a thing? Ooh, got it.
Order! Order in the court! Upon first hearing the witness's testimony, it seemed natural enough. However, in light of some facts that have just been presented, one, that the victim supposedly threw away a sword during a fight, and two, that the 2 people battling to the death were mother and daughter. Despite the facts being believable when taken on their own, witness, I think you're full of shit.
Mm-hmm.
When taken together, the entire story seems difficult to believe. 4.
Listen, there's nothing in this world that is impossible. Except for one little thing.
Coffee? Yes, what is this one little impossible thing?
You still don't get it.
You're talking riddles, sir.
This is why you don't have any friends. You think maybe my beans are under roasted, but you have no idea, Gramps.
Could you get to your point, please?
I heard this witness's confession this morning. Just as I had taken the first sip of my 8th cup of morning coffee. Jesus.
Sir, do you use coffee to power the toaster on your head?
Probably
So-
does.
You're going to
Coffee.
ruin your health, my friend.
I wouldn't call him your friend. He's really rude to you.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Your
after
Honor, you
hearing
need
this
better
woman's
friends.
Get some new friends.
I had a detective who loves to investigate sent the scene of the crime. Wouldn't they technically? Shouldn't they all love to investigate things? They're detectives. Kind of the point. Ew. And he discovered this little beauty.
Is that the dagger the witness testified to seeing?
It's a fake!
Obviously, Your Honor. But do you notice something else?
Now that
No.
you mention it, if you look closely, and really not closely at all, just, you know, having your fucking eyes open, there appears to be blood on it.
Where did you find that? I didn't see that when I investigated the crime scene.
You investigate the pine tree at the crime scene?
Huh? The pine tree?
This dagger was stuck in the back side of the pine tree.
That don't look like a pine tree, sir, but sure.
When the last blow was struck, ending the violent battle between the two women, this little baby was thrown in the direction of the back of the pine tree.
Which means the blood on this dagger belongs to the victim, correct?
Were you even listening, old man? Be nicer to him. I first heard this confession this morning.
30!
I had just taken the sip of my 13th cup of morning coffee.
Wasn't it just the 8th?
What?
Yeah.
I think he just perpetually drinks. When does he use the bathroom? Anyway, didn't you just say it was your 8th just a few minutes ago?
Sir, do you have a Fitbit and is it just freaking out over your heart rate?
I didn't have enough time to get the blood analyzed on such short notice.
In any case, the court will accept the dagger as evidence. Furthermore, I order that a blood test be performed on it immediately.
This is my sweetheart. Make sure you treat her right.
You care
Bailiff?
more about the feelings of a dagger over us? Damn.
Get this piece of evidence to the crime lab for testing immediately. And now we have a dagger in the court record. Now then, I have to say this is probably the first time that we've had more murder weapons than murders.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. It's like a game of Clue.
Mm-hmm. The testimony we've just heard has numerous unbelievable aspects to it. However, after having found the very dagger the witness spoke of, I believe we can consider her testimony to be credible.
No.
No.
No. Number
Nah,
5.
Nah, B. What? Oh my
Uh,
god, bitch, have you
cute.
seen anime?
Cute girls never lie, ever.
Sir,
Unless
have-
they're anime.
Have you seen any of the other cases of this game?
Right.
They all fucking lie.
Yep.
In any case, witness, if you could please testify again to this court.
Remember, he thinks women are kittens, so he actually thinks they're kittens. So he doesn't think women are women, apparently. Anyway.
About what, Your Honor?
About the incident you saw. The battle between the two women.
Yes, Your Honor.
Alright, the battle.
Battle.
Mystic Maya stumbled briefly after being hit over the head with the staff. But then she dodged. Mystic Elise's next attack and stole her weapon. Suddenly, Mystic Elise was the one on the defense with her back to the stone lantern. That's when Mystic Maya stabbed Mystic Elise. Mystic Elise managed to fling the knife away, but then she collapsed.
Well, stab to the back. Let me check our autopsy report really quick. Yeah, she died from a stab to the back, so if her back was against the stone lantern, we have a problem.
Yeah.
That was a very heartbreaking story.
I don't know if there were any bad feelings between them, but
I'm sorry, bitch. You don't know if there were any bad feelings about them, and yet you're testifying that one of them tried to stab the other.
Right. That's weird.
I'm gonna guess that those were not good feelings.
Not at all.
it's been 17 years since Mystic Misty's disappearance. Perhaps they simply didn't recognize each other anymore.
That seems reasonable. Now then, Mr. Wright, proceed with your cross-examination.
With pleasure, sir.
Okay, so we're gonna skip ahead a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna start here and start pressing.
Suddenly, Mystic Elise was on the defensive with her back to the stone lantern.
You're saying that Maya Fey turned the tables on the victim?
Yes,
But... Oh, wait, that's...
but Mystic Maya wasn't herself at the time. The plot, it thickens. After all, her life was in danger. Oh. The boring kind of the plot thickens. I was like, she was possessed!
Right.
Um,
I still can't believe it. The idea of Maya cornering someone at knife point, it's just silly. You would rather be dressed as a steel samurai and then do that.
Yeah,
Damn.
really. 6?
6.
as they say, a corner fox is more dangerous than a jackal. Who is they?
Right. Who is this they? I think you're making this up, sir. I believe in the correct description of a cornered fox is scared and petrified.
Your animal analogies have grown tiresome.
You started it. You were the one who you were the one who started it.
Anyway, so after
Surviving.
Maya Fey backed the victim into the stone lantern, what happened next?
I'd say Mystic Maya stabbed Mystic Elise.
I'm gonna press this, but I think I just need to present the evidence.
Are you absolutely certain that's what you saw?
Yes. I'm almost certain.
Almost isn't good enough. Almost.
The garden was dark. Couldn't really tell who was who.
What did you just say? So, in other words, it could have been someone else entirely.
Objection!
Yeah. Oh, God. Sorry. We know that Maya Fey was in the inner temple at night. And that the woman that was killed was Elise Donim. Isn't it fairly obvious who attacked who.
I don't have anything to counter that yet.
Well then, witness, please continue on with your testimony.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, the two of them face... Oh, sorry.
Hold on. Breathing. The two of them faced each other for a moment, then Mystic Maya rushed straight into Mystic Elise. Then Mystic Elise doubled over and fell to the ground.
So she was stabbed in the stomach, huh?
That's inaccurate.
Uh-oh. Whoa, yes.
Okay, we're... Oops, shit. I hit the wrong button. Blah, 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 blah. Maya's not gonna stab anyone.
Uh-huh.
We love Maya.
Especially her mom.
Yeah, really. Okay, so...
Like, I know she's been gone for years, but I'm pretty sure she would know her mom's face.
Well, she did say at the beginning of the case, remember she was looking at the hanging scroll, and she said that she wouldn't have recognized her mom without the symbol of the master above her.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
It has been 17 years.
Something about you just isn't right today, Iris.
Huh?
Until now, I didn't think you were the type to make such a careless mistake. However, the testimony you just gave contains quite a few contradictions.
What do you mean? Oh, what was wrong about my testimony?
According to you,
What?
Maya
That's
Face
my
stabbed the victim while she had her back to the stone lantern, correct?
Yes, that's right.
But in that case, the victim would have been stabbed in the stomach, right?
Yes, I think so.
But according to the autopsy report, the cause of death was due to blood loss from a stab wound in her back.
Okay.
This proves that the victim was stabbed from behind and not from the front. Sister Iris, it appears another seed of doubt has sprouted from your testimony.
Super
Where'd this
glad.
wind come from?
Yeah, super glad that she inherited the wind from her sister. What? What is the meaning of this, Mr. Wright? 7?
Simple. People are like books. Pause for dramatic effect. We've all got a front and a back. You get my drift?
Uh-huh.
No. Is that all you have to say?
I can also say that darkness loves to play within the human mind. Is that from personal experience, you weirdo?
But I asked Mr. Edgeworth to update that during the car ride. Anyway.
Yeah.
Could you please knock it off with the cheesy proverbs and illogical metaphors already? Sounds like a 4-kid stub. The point is, too much of this testimony just doesn't make sense. Throwing away a useful staff, the people fighting being mother and daughter, and now this she falsely claims the victim was stabbed in the stomach?
There certainly are some inconsistencies.
Well, Iris, how about it?
Well, it's just you ask me, you're just being too naive about the whole thing.
I didn't ask for your opinion. What do you mean?
Ooh, excuse me. There are 253 distinct types of bitterness in coffee.
Oh my god.
But to pick out each one requires total concentration and the use of all the senses. Were you really concentrating on what this witness actually said?
Yeah, and I don't need coffee for that.
Prosecutor Godot, please explain yourself.
In English.
The witness was quite unambiguous about her own ambiguities when she said that the garden was dark and she couldn't see clearly.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but that's all well and good, but if she's presenting what she's seen as fact...
Exactly.
Right, this is BS.
A human needs one thing to see clearly. And that is light.
I'd like to point out, a human also needs eyes, so like...
Right.
light.
Uh-huh.
By the way, did you know? Hazakura has a rule that on nights when the acolyte is at the inner temple training, the stone lantern in the garden must be kept lit.
Was it lit? Huh. I did wonder what that stone lantern was there for.
Well, if that's true, shouldn't the witness have been able to see the crime more clearly?
Normally, yes, Your Honor. But according to the head nun, Sister Bikini, on the night of the crime scene, it was impossible. The crime was impossible to light that stone lantern.
Impossible?
It hadn't been used in a long time, and the wick was no good. In other words, it had to have been nearly pitch black in the garden that night.
Well, that's cool, but why did you mention the lantern then?
Yeah, what's the point?
There could have been a faint light coming from the training hall, but that's all.
Most enlightening. 8?
8? All senses, including sight, which I only have through this mask. The mask is what lets me taste coffee. Yes.
Yes, that illuminating fact has chased all contradictions away.
No, it hasn't!
If the staff was dropped, it would be difficult to see. It also explains why they didn't recognize each other. We can't see the demons that lurk in the night. Why humans are weak. Isn't that right, Trite?
No!
Order! Order! Order!
Your Honor, let me present the stone lantern into evidence. Maybe it will rekindle the flame of truth in your mind.
Alright, we have the stone lantern.
Why is the judge just sitting there with that look on his face?
What's wrong, Your Honor? Was the flame too hot?
This lantern? There's something written on it? Why, it's written in blood.
Oh boy.
Good.
I love how the judge is sitting here going, how the fuck did both the prosecution and defense not see this?
The judge didn't know about that yet. Oh.
Written in blood?
It says Maya upside down.
Oh, yes. After being cornered and then stabbed by Mystic Maya, Mystic Elise didn't fall down right away. She must have been riding. Oh, excuse me. She must have been riding that one stone lantern. Riding on that one stone lantern behind her. There we go. Jesus.
She looks like she's riding a bicycle or miming it.
Yeah. The blood that was draining out of her body.
It certainly looks that way.
Oh shit.
Hang on just a minute. What are you talking about?
Objection. Speculation.
What do you mean?
Action.
What are we
the hell?
all talking about?
We're talking about the message written in blood.
Nonsense.
Oh my god, you can't
this
see the color
lantern.
red?
This is clean as a whistle.
He did have problems seeing red in a previous case, so
Yeah.
Could it be? You can't see the bloody writing on it at all? Now that I think of it, he did say something to me yesterday.
Eyesight is pretty messed up. Even with these huge goggles on my head, I still can't see everything.
So that's what he meant by that. Huh. I can lie about evidence. Oh. No.
in any case, yeah, unfortunately the judge is not blind.
Shit.
In any case, this is obviously an important clue, even if the prosecution can't see it. We now know that the crime scene was dark, and that the victim scrawled this message on the stone lantern. Well, Mr. Godot, anything further? Mr. Godot?
No.
Toaster noises.
Just dial-up noises.
Okay, then let's move on.
That was fast. Godot is literally shaking, and somehow I don't think it's from the caffeine overdose. Damn.
I believe it has now been established that Miss O'Nim was killed by Maya Fey. No?
That's just wrong.
I don't think you can say that based on the fact that just because Maya was over there, she killed a lady.
Right, and it was pitch black. So, ha.
Now it's time to turn our attention to you. Yes, sir. After the victim died, you did something, didn't you? Hear it? We're all ears.
Alright, Sister Iris's cover-up.
After Mystic Elise died, I called out to Mystic Maya. I thought it was my duty to protect the future master of the Kering tradition. So I removed the body from the inner temple by myself. I dragged it behind me all the way across Dusky Bridge. Then I used the snowmobile to carry it back to Hazakura Temple, and I used the Shikishiko to alter the way the wound looked.
So, you move the body.
Yes. I was raised at Hasakura Temple. I owe a great deal of thanks to the Fae clan. But even so, I never imagined that Elise Donim was actually Misty Fae. I've committed a terrible sin.
A
Yeah, lying
terrible
under oath.
trick of fate.
I believe you're looking for twist of fate, Your Honor.
I intended to return to the inner temple after taking care of the body. But you were spotted by the head nun, correct? Yes, and that's why I couldn't go back.
Your story makes sense, I suppose. Except for it doesn't. Mr. Wright, go ahead with your cross-examination.
Yeah, every time someone's name is written in blood, you know they're being framed. Yes, Your Honor.
Hi, Maverick. Hi, Maverick.
Hi,
Do you want to
Mav.
read with me? Hi, buddy.
Okay, I think I caught this one the first time, actually.
Yes.
So she removed it, she dragged it behind her all the way across Dusky Bridge, except for Dusky Bridge was on fire. So we're gonna press it really quick to make sure that it's not one of those evidence submissions, but then we're gonna...
Pretty amazing you could make it all the way across that rickety old bridge.
Oh. Well, it's worse than it is. It's surprisingly sturdy despite... Oh, excuse me, its age. Like they say, idiots are too stupid to catch even a simple cold.
Wow. But there's one other thing that still bothers me. Why not just throw the body into the Eagle River?
Okay, please just destroy him.
It would have been much easier than dragging it all the way to Hazakura Temple.
I thought that it would still cast too much suspicion on Mystic Maya.
How?
That's why I tried to take the body as far away as possible. Makes perfect sense to me. For the time being. Anyway, what did you do after you crossed the bridge?
Okay, I'm gonna call her on it.
Yep.
I think it's the weather data that lightning struck at 10:45. That was apparently not it.
Damn it. Evidence thing.
Yeah,
Shit.
blah blah blah. Do I have other evidence that shows that the thing was on fire?
The drawing? No.
I mean, that seems like a... I guess we'll maybe...
Right.
Let's see, remove the body, dragged it behind me, use the snowmobile to carry it back. I guess if she'd all... I mean, the rest of that makes sense. I guess we'll keep pressing and figure shit out.
So you waited until everything was over before making a move?
No, it's not like that. And what's it like?
Yeah, really.
She saw someone murdered right in front of her eyes. No, Maverick. You don't get to go outside and yell. You need to stay in the house. It's not that surprising that she was a little timid.
Yes, I suppose that's true. Sometimes when I'm watching lawyers argue back and forth with each other, I feel so helpless that I just sit quietly and wait for them to reach a conclusion.
Isn't that your job as a judge to mediate the argument?
We've talked about how nobody does their job. It wasn't until Mystic Maya saw me that it finally dawned on her what she had done. I thought it was my duty to protect her, the future master of the Korean tradition.
So then, you knew. You knew the significance of the name Maya Fey.
Yes, of course I did.
That's odd. I mean, Sister Bikini didn't recognize Maya's name, let alone her position.
Anyway, she's a very special person indeed. The galaxy brain is starting to come together. So I removed the body from the inner temple by myself.
Why did you do that?
Well, I didn't want Mystic Maya to be suspected in any way. I thought the best thing would be to remove the body from the crime scene.
You moved her body all by yourself?
Yes, I did. Maverick. Come on. Mav, no. I was trying to go outside so we can just go yell, and that's not what we're about. It would have been impossible if it wasn't for the snow.
No, huh?
Okay, dragged it all behind you.
The snowmobile. I knew that would show up sooner or later.
Yes, I had the key. I used the snowmobile to travel from Hazakura Temple to Death.
This is the part that was in question the other day. Should I ask for more details?
Do you
Hell
want
yeah.
to ask about the snowmobile or about the tracks?
Snowmobile? Oh, right, okay.
Oh
fine,
no.
right.
I mean, I think
Ah!
I think that the big question is why was the snowmobile there for her to take it back, right?
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. True that.
So maybe about the snowmobile?
Yeah.
Sure.
That makes sense?
Let me hear more about this snowmobile ride.
Every time he starts like that, that's not a good sign for us.
Well, it was very cold that night.
Dark and
So I rode it all the way to the foot of the bridge.
Objection!
Sorry, witness. But now I've got a problem. Now I've got a problem with your testimony.
Oh shit.
Oh?
He's doing our job now. He can't do his
Right.
job, but he's doing our job now.
Godot, what are you up to now?
That night, after the head nun left the remainder of the training to you, she said she walked from the inner temple back to Hasakura Temple.
Yes, I'm fairly certain that's what the record indicates.
Let's recall her comments on the subject. Maybe, but when I made it back to Hazakura Temple, it was there by the main gate. The snowmobile, I mean. The snowmobile was in front of the main gate. This is one of those contradictions, wouldn't you say?
Holy shit, he did do our job.
Okay.
Order! Mr. Godot, why are you pointing out contradictions in the witness's testimony?
Just say I like things to be neat and tidy, okay? This is not neat and tidy. Well, maybe, uh, Sister Bikini missed it. Maybe she didn't see it.
This used to be his job, so he's like, oh, old Davis die hard. You think she missed it? That does not sound right, girlfriend. Mm-mm.
Whatever. Even if I don't think this is decisive enough to warrant any more time or effort. It's just you better be careful with your testimony. And yes, you may perceive that as a threat. You better be careful with your testimony. That's all I wanted to say. Smart little cookie like you shouldn't have any trouble understanding that.
Oh shit. You're being framed.
Yes, sir.
Take that as a yes. What was that all about? Why would Godot want to give me a hint?
Very well
Wink,
then.
wink, and a nudge nudge is very sufficient.
Let's continue with the testimony. So you transported the body by snowmobile all the way to Hazakura Temple courtyard?
Yes. I thought that way Mystic Maya would never be suspected. Suspected.
Respected.
Suspected. That's when I thought, that's what I thought anyway. And then I thought that.
Do we want to ask her about the tracks too?
Yeah.
I don't think it's
Yeah.
that she'd always anything. We know that she stabbed her with it, like.
Let's ask about the tracks. If you really did move her body by snowmobile, then there should be tracks left in the snow, right?
Well, yes, naturally you would expect tracks.
This picture was presented at yesterday's trial? And are these tracks from that ride?
Yes, I think they are.
But I can only see one set of tracks here.
I don't see what's so strange about that. Snow was still falling when I left Hazakura Temple.
I see. Snow was still falling, huh?
And then, when the murder took place, it had already stopped. And that's why there are such fresh-looking tracks.
How about it, Mr.
We
Wright?
had those conversations.
What do you think about this testimony? I think that's important.
It is very important. When the murder took place, the snow had already stopped? That doesn't make sense if you stack it up against the other evidence. Your Honor, I call BS. I'd like the statement Iris just made to be added to the testimony, please.
But does it have something to do with the case? No, I just want her to say it again.
All will be made clear if you allow her statement to be added to the record.
This should be fun.
9?
9. I'm gonna go with 9.
You. Let's get this snow business cleared up, shall we? Yes, sir. By the time the murder took place, the snow had already stopped.
We're gonna press her on it just in case, but...
There have been a lot of contradictions in your testimony so far. This time, are you sure it's all true?
Are you sure you're not full of shit this time?
Yes, I am. Full of shit, that is.
When the murder happened, the snow had already stopped. According to you, that's why the snowmobile tracks were so clear.
Oops.
I think I've trapped her this time.
I see how you think. Snow, huh?
What's going on here?
We're talking about snow. If the snow really had stopped by the time of the murder, it means there's a bigger hole in the story. Than that movie, The Grid Revelations. What?
Is that a Matrix slam?
I guess? Probably a Matrix slam.
Huh. Well then, Mr. Trite, perhaps you'd like to share your theory with us?
I'll share with the class.
Let's see what's up your sleeve, or rather, at the end of your index finger.
I don't want to believe it, but I don't think my logic is failing me. Iris is trying to pin the murder on Maya.
Holy shit, Nick, where have you been for the last hour?
But why would she want to do that? There's only one reason I can think of. Revenge!
Okay. By the time the murder took place, the snow had already stopped. And double checking, the snow stopped at 10:50. Lightning struck the bridge at 10:45. The fucking bridge was on fire. Take the evidence now. What do you mean that's not the evidence?
What the fuck?
It clearly contradicts the statement.
This is weird. God damn it.
Okay, the snow had already stopped. Okay, let's look through our shit. Okay, blah 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 blah. Cause of death, the crime
we
scene
gonna choose?
photo. Blah 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 blah. I mean, do I have to present that? I feel like. Okay. Let me take
Didn't
one
we
more
try
look through.
Didn't we try presenting the drawing earlier?
No, we didn't. Because I didn't think it could be it.
We gonna cheat?
Let's see. The hood. The weather data. That should very clearly show the snow stopped, the lightning struck the bridge. But apparently that's not the evidence.
This game is rigged!
Let's see. Sword doesn't matter. Tracks photo doesn't matter. Crime scene photo, that's not helpful to anything. Larry's sketch. Crystal sphere. The talisman doesn't matter. The burnt letter doesn't matter, I think. No, because obviously Morgan Fay couldn't tell that it was going to be snowing at the time. The dagger. Stone lantern. Okay, that's the only thing I can think to present, so... Yeah, weirdly enough, that wasn't it.
Huh.
Okay. What the hell is it? I'm gonna save really quick. So that if I kill us...
Let's nod and say we did.
Oh, cold.
Okay, where are we? Are we
4-1.
are we in the final trial?
I don't know.
Are we in trial?
I think
Part
we're in
two
day
trial.
2. Based on how this one is named, I think it's day 2, part 1.
Okay, well, apparently part 1 is Bikini's testimony.
Okay, well then, never mind.
Larry's testimony.
Yeah, we've gone through that.
We went through more investigation. So we actually are at the part 4 trial. There's his testimony. Testimony of the battle. Mr. Irish's cover up. Moving the body. Which part of her testimony are we on? Is it moving the body?
I don't know, and I can't see the title again.
Hold on. By the time the murder took place, the snow had already.
Yep.
In the second part of the trial? What the fuck?
It can't be in the second part of the trial. Usually they...
Okay, no, I went too far ahead. I read stuff.
Oh shit.
We asked about the tracks. Here we go. Asked about the tracks. Says it very important. By the time the murder took place, the snow had already stopped. A contradiction. Present the weather data on the 4th statement, which is I dragged it behind me all the way across Dusky Bridge.
I fucking did that earlier!
Right.
I don't know what it says.
I know, it's not you. I hate this game.
Let's slap someone. You claim that the snow had already stopped when the murder occurred. But I'm sorry, Iris. That just isn't possible.
What?
This is the weather data from the night of the murder. According to this, the snow didn't stop until 10:50 p.m. But you couldn't have crossed Dusky Bridge at that time.
You say that.
Because 5 minutes before the snow stopped, Dusky Bridge was struck by lightning and caught on fire.
What did you say? The bridge. It was on fire?
You don't mean to say you didn't know about it? It was because of that lightning strike that the bridge burned down.
It burned down? What? It can't be.
It is, though. It looks like you still haven't figured it out. No matter how hard you try to deceive or conceal the truth, you can't pull the wool over the eyes of a real defense attorney.
Are we not concerned that she has just completely forgotten an entire day of trial where we sat there and talked about
Everything.
whether the bridge had burned down? Like...
By the way, that's me. I'm the one. I'm the attorney.
Yeah. Order, order, order.
The bridge was already on fire when the incident took place. That's right, the inner temple was already totally cut off from the outside world. Boom! There's no way you could have crossed the bridge, body or no body. Ain't nobody going through this bridge, am I right?
Witness, even my patience has its limits. Any further lying, and I will find you in contempt of court. I do not know why I have not already indicted you on perjury. Do you have anything to say for yourself?
Objection.
10?
10? That's a 10th cup of coffee.
The only person here that is truly contemptible is you.
What?
Oh, man.
Bitch. Me? How dare you?
Throw him out. Whether
music
this
is
witness
so
lied or not doesn't mean squat right now.
I kind of think it does.
Squat?
The important thing now is to find out the truth. Isn't that right?
Yes, of course. But
I'm glad the music is good. I can't hear it.
it's very good.
Actually, I do listen to that Spotify playlist that you sent me that has awesome music in it. So I do hear it sometimes, just on the context of the game. Anywho, whether it was snowing or not snowing, or whether the bridge was burning or not. Sorry. There are two facts that can't be disputed. I'm pretty sure they can be.
Right.
First, the body of Elise Stonim was discovered in the Hazakura Temple courtyard.
Well, I think he's actually got you on that one because I don't think we can disprove that
Okay. Yeah,
since we
well.
saw it.
Okay.
Fine then. Oh,
And second, the head nun, Sister Bikini. You're correct that she is the head nun. Good job. Witness Iris desecrating Elise Stonim's body.
he makes a good point on both accounts. And I hate it.
Don't say that loud. Don't tell him. That's right. I'm not lying.
Yeah, you are.
What are you claiming this time?
Why do you always lie?
Why would you
It's a
lie? Would you lie?
I wasn't myself at all that night. So my memory is still somewhat hazy.
Oh, please don't use that as an excuse. You have stood at the witness stand and testified this entire time. Are you telling us now that your memory of that night is hazy?
Yeah, that's what I fucking said.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
It is only human to err. If you're so perfect, right? Maybe you could explain this for the court.
Well, what is it?
When the murder happened, the bridge had already burnt down. But somehow the body traveled across the bridge and was found in the temple courtyard. It didn't, though. Perhaps you have some kind of perfect explanation for this little magic trick.
It
Well,
flew?
not exactly, no.
She just
There must be
yeeted
some
the
other-
body across the
Yeet! Just yeet the body across the burning bridge, and somehow it lands on the perfect spot.
Clearly.
Yeah, seems legit. I know there must be some other way to get across the bridge, the burned out bridge. But unless I can somehow demonstrate it, we'll never know the truth.
Oh shit, oh my god, I think
Oh,
I understand what's going on in this picture.
okay. You threw the
Huh.
body? For real? Like, is it yeet?
No!
Is it a yeet?
Turn the
Oh.
picture upside down. I was thinking about the bridge and I was trying to figure out what these, like, fucking antenna things are doing at the top.
Right.
Huh?
But if you remember, when we looked at the bridge, there was cables coming from the bottom of the bridge across To-
Stabilize it.
to stabilize it. So, if the body was under it, that would make a lot more sense because you could make a pendulum. And because the bridge burned down, there's no evidence of the pendulum left. And it wouldn't need the stability, so what you could do is use one of those cables and swing the body across. You just need someone on the other side, and I don't know who or why, or... I mean, it had to have been Iris on the other side. Which would mean that she wasn't at the inner temple. Which means that she's full of shit, which we already knew.
Right.
But I think I'm galaxy braining here. I think maybe that's what happened.
Yeah. Chat says, remember that Larry saw this upside down.
Yes.
Right. Oh.
I think I might be right. It
I
looks
need
like
to refrain from commenting too much on your galaxy braining since I accidentally run ahead trying to figure out what the fuck we needed to do there. So you're good. You're doing good.
great. Thank you.
You're doing great, sweetie.
It looks like the defense is not prepared to offer a suitable explanation. Oh my god, he's on 11 now.
11 cup.
I feel like we've gotten much higher than this. Much faster.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. There was one time where he went ham on the cup.
Think. I don't know. You see what I mean? Or maybe I was making it up, but I thought we got more. You're in no position to suggest that this lady's testimony isn't the truth. Am I, though?
Yeah, like, come on, I can throw out theories all day. Alright then, witness, let's hear your testimony once more.
About what, Your Honor?
You've admitted that you moved the victim's body. Nevertheless, your prior testimony contained a rather large inconsistency. Please add an explanation for that to your testimony.
Yes, Your Honor.
Will this be her final testimony, or am I in for a ride?
Will it be her final testimony?
I highly doubt it.
No.
No? Okay. We're gonna stop here for tonight then, because I think we're going over. And I think this is...
I think it's a good idea because we're heading into it, so we might want to start out with what's about to happen on Thursday.
Cool. All right, so we will end here for tonight. Next stream is Thursday, 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific, just like normal. Anyone got any announcements they would like to make?
Stay hydrated.
Yes, please drink water. It's
Water
important.
is good for you. It does make you have to pee, like, constantly, though. So drink water, but also make sure that there's a toilet near you. Don't, like, drink a bunch of water and then go on a road trip or something.
That's really all I got is just drink your water. Besides our normal.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll go ahead and wrap up then. Wash your hands, wear a mask, please get vaccinated, and all that jazz. We will be back on Thursday, and have a good night, all.
If you haven't already, if you live in the United States, the government is sending out free tests, COVID tests.
Yeah, 4 free COVID tests.
There is a website. I don't fucking know what the website is. If you Google it, it will take you there. Perfect. It is limited to 1 per address, and the USPS will deliver it. They're gonna start delivering them towards probably in the next week or 2. So you can only get 1 order per household. I thoroughly scared the crap out of my grandma because I ordered her some. Because my grandma is freaking in her 80s and not tech savvy. So I ordered them for her, and her neighbor, coincidentally, not long after I did it, before I told her that I had done it, was trying to help her order them, and they were very confused why she couldn't get tests. So we tested the system without knowing it. They truly will only send you 1 order right now to your household. So if you haven't yet, please sign up for that. So that way, if you're feeling icky, you've got some tests right there with you at home.
Yep.
And they're free, so you don't have to buy them. You don't even have to go anywhere.
Free. I can confirm. I've placed 3 different orders, 1 for my household and then 1 for each of my grandmas, and can confirm I didn't have to pay for anything. Literally all they asked for, they didn't even ask for a card or nothing. It was just, hi Maverick. It was just my shipping information, which USPS had anyway. So
yes,
there we go.
Please do jump on that because it's free. Free shit is always good. So yeah, have a good night all, and we'll see you on Thursday.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Bye.